a bit later on. Then I've got the variables, the position, which is going to be a point, and then I've got the direction, downforce, and I'm using 2D vectors here for velocities and things like that. Now, when I was playing around with this stuff, you know, I was kind of taking a mix between, okay, let's, you know, do the physical simulation, but really the main thing is how does this feel? When I do that, does this feel like the car is sliding around a corner? Does it feel like you know, it's sliding correctly? And I have been playing around with these variables a lot, so it may not be simulated as it should. But I was really focusing on the feel. Now, a couple of things I am simulating as well here is the actual downforce. In that if we use the drag reduction system, that will basically reduce the actual downforce on the car, make the car go faster. But it also means that the actual downforce will be a lot less. Reduces drag and reduces downforce, which means that you are going to be sliding off around the corners a lot more there. So I was really just doing the simulations to see how that worked. And when I was kind of happy with that, I moved on to the 3D world and started thinking about actually getting it implemented in the game. So the 3D gaming, we're going to be going back to school and working with vectors and matrices. However, instead of the 2D vectors, we're going to be looking at a lot of 3D vectors. And this is the same if you're using XNA and if you're using the Unity. They both have this vector class with these 3 points. You also have 2D vectors and 4D vectors as well for other things that you're going to be working with in the game. So this is fairly simple. You've got a point. It's going to be this on the X, Y, Z axis, and that's going to basically project out to a vector like this. Nothing too complex about that. And then there's how vectors are used. Vectors are used a lot in XNA for different things. Now, you could argue that a position is a point. Well, a point is just really a data structure that contains an X, Y, and a Z coordinate. So they basically use the vector as an actual point as well. And you can think of it as maybe a vector. It's kind of the distance